Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over my Fortnite settings. Lately I've been improving at the game, and I feel like, it's because of my settings. So, I'm going to go over them and show you all of it. So, let's move on. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is the video settings. Um, I use full screen for the windowed mode. It's the best one, and it gives you the most less delay and all that, and it's just better. It's just better because when you use windowed full screen or windowed, it gives you a lot of input delay, and you really want your game to feel crisp and clean. You don't want it to feel like really bad like you're on console, especially if you're on keyboard or mouse. So I prefer full screen, but you should probably have it on. For resolution, I use 1920 times 1080. It's the best resolution. If you have a pretty good PC, you definitely want to use this resolution. But if your PC isn't that great, you can also lower it or use a stretch resolution. I prefer using native. Well, you should probably use one of these if you have a low end PC, like this one right here, 1280 times 720 if you have a low end PC, because it gives you less input delay anyways, but it's just better. But I use 1920 times 1080 to get myself the most, clear image and all that. So for frame rate, I use 180 FPS most of the time, like in creative and in game. But sometimes, my PC's not running that well, I will use 144. So yeah. For this and stuff, like the brightness, the user interface contrast, the colorblind mode, I don't really use any of that stuff. As you can see, I have my brightness is at 100%, and the colorblind mode is off. I don't really use any of them. I feel like as long as you have performance mode, you don't really need any of them. So yeah. Moving on to the graphics quality. This is for performance mode. This might be different depending on what rendering mode you use, but this is all of the graphics quality I have. My view distance is on near, everything's on low. I have low meshes. I don't use high meshes. I could use high meshes, but I mean it's not really that good, you know. Um, for my advanced graphics for VSync, I don't use it. You probably should not. But if you have really bad screen tearing, you should probably turn it on, you know. But in a situation, I really don't need it. You know what I'm saying? It gives you more input delay, and you really don't want that. You want the crispiest, smoothest, clean gameplay that you can get, so you can perform better. So you might want to just turn it off. I've had it off for so long. I show my FPS because I want to see my FPS while I'm playing. I feel like it's better that way. And for my rendering mode, this should be for everybody. You should be using performance mode. If you are on a low-end PC, you definitely should be using performance mode. If you are on a high-end PC, you should definitely use performance mode because it gives you a performance boost. It's the best one. Everything else, I mean, you could use DirectX 12, but it's hard to play the game a little bit. You want to be using performance mode. It gives you the most less input delay. It's the best one. And you can see people do builds, I think, or something like that. Moving to my language and region and stuff like that, doesn't really matter. NA East 1 millisecond, I'm 0 ping, so so I mean, for my movement, I have toggles. Oh, is it toggle sprint? Oh yeah. So toggle sprint. I just click it and then I'll just start sprinting. I don't really hold it. You could hold the sprint, but I like to toggle it. It's just better. So I can just keep on going. But I mean, I guess it would be better to have it, off, but I don't really care. Moving on to auto open doors, you definitely have to have this on, because when you're sprinting into a door, you don't want to have to press your key in order to open the door. There's some doors, even if you run into them with auto open doors on, it still won't open, but that's just a glitch. Most doors you'll run into, they'll open automatically if you have this setting on. Just have it on, you know what I'm saying? For mantle activation, everybody should have this on hold jump. You definitely do not want to be having it move hold forward because you might accidentally mantle onto something that you don't want to. So definitely have this on hold jump so you can have more control over your mantle. Moving on to the combat settings, hold to swap pickup is good because after you've picked up a elimination and you want to switch out your gun for the other, but then this guy's pressuring your box, and you really want to get the gun, well, you can hold, your use button. Usually, like mine's is like F, and then you can hold it, and then you can like get the gun. So you definitely want to be using this setting right here. For toggle targeting, I don't know what that is, so I'm not even gonna look at it. Mark danger when targeting. I definitely like this because like when you look at something and you're like, oh my god, there's danger over here. I mean, I guess it's okay. Auto pick up weapons. Everybody should have this off. I mean, this is so grief. I don't know how anybody could have this on unless you want to like win off spawn or something. I don't know. Just have it off, bro. Like, it's the worst setting in the game. Like I could not imagine running over weapons and then just like automatically picking up all of them at the same time. That's absolutely retarded, bro. Moving on to the preferred item slots. I think some people have this on. I know I have it on because I don't really want to switch my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So my first slot is like a shotgun. My slot 2 is an assault rifle. My slot 3 is an SMG, and then these two are unassigned. So yeah, I like it that way. Auto sort consumables to the right. I feel like it's better this way. For most people at least. I mean, if you have it at the front, that's fine. Depends on your binds, right? Because if your shotgun's at the end of the slot line, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. For building, this is gonna be important because like this determines how fast in everything your builds and all that. Reset building choice. This means that you can like switch, or it's like when it's on, it switches. It always brings up the first build piece, which is your wall, right? But when it's off, like the game will like put the last build piece that you were using. I find that to be a little bit grief because I couldn't imagine I'm in end game and then like I didn't build for like a long time. And I'm rotating and someone's spraying at me and suddenly I'm building stairs at them. Like that's really retarded, and I feel like you really want to be using the wall to block them, not the stairs. So the stair can also do the job, but I feel like that's so uncomfortable. So first build choice, wall. Plus, when someone shoots you, you put your wall first. So it's whatever. Disable pre-edits. If you are a competitive player, you definitely want this on. The pre-edit option is off. The pre-edit option is really good. You can make a lot of plays in them, in competitive, and it's really good for box fights too if you want to be a little bit cheeky, or if you just want to get the kill fast and all that stuff. I really like it. Moving on to turbo building. I'm not gonna explain this one. You just have it on. Like if you don't have it on at this point, you're a pub stomper or something, bro. Like you need to have this on. Anyways, moving on to confirm add-on release. Everyone talks about should it be on or off. I can play with it off. I can play with it on. I prefer it on because it gives me so much fast edits, and I'm able to make plays faster than most people. They say like your crosshair placement is messed up a little bit when you have it on, or something like that. You can control your edits and stuff, but you can still hold your edit. Some people just choose to just tap it, and those are the fast editors. I do tap it sometimes, but that's only like when I'm tarping or something. Or I mean, I hold it sometimes. You hold it like you kind of like hold your mouse and then do the movement, and then you kind of like do it. I don't know how to explain it, but when you have it on, for me it's better. You can make like optimal peaks with confirm add-on release off, but there's no really like benefit. It's just like it's whatever is good for you. If you have fast fingers, I have fast fingers, but I just don't like doing it off. If you want to do it off, you can. Your cost replacement will be better, a little bit better, right? And you will have more control over your edits and what you do. But like, and also better peaks because you'll be able to hold your edit and then you'll be like behind the right hand peak. But it doesn't really matter on or off. You can still become a pro. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because I mean, look at polarized Buga. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, for the rest, I really don't. They don't really matter. This doesn't really matter. And moving on to my sense, my mouse and sensitivity. I mean, okay, actually, let's go over this one. You can just see them right here. Reticle, player health, resources, minimap, just the basic stuff. The net bug stats to have your ping show, right? Latency really isn't a problem. I don't want to see that. And elimination fee definitely on. Just the regular stuff. And my HUD scale is like 89%. I'm gonna put that in 90. And moving on to my sense, it's like 3.5. Oh, it's like kind of imbalanced. I thought it was like, yeah, it's supposed to be 3.5. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's that. So yeah, it's supposed to be 3.5 X and Y, 40% targeting sensitivity, and 50% point one for scope. I play on 1,600 DPI, so some people might call this like high DPI, but it's fine. I don't really care. I have good aim, and I'm trying to work on my tracking a little bit. But my shotgun aim is really good with this sense, so I think I'm gonna keep it. For the double movement, I used a Fortnite one, just for less input delay, and I used the forward diagonal at 70%, and the strafe angle at 90, and then the backwards at 135. That's the best one, at least in my opinion. Controller, I don't play controller, you know what I'm saying. Moving on to audio. My volume is for main 100%, and as you can see here. For sound, this is actually important. Your sound quality, you want it to be on high, not low. And for 3D headphones, you definitely want this on too. The high quality, they say that it can like decrease your performance or something, but that's not true. I really don't feel a difference when I have it on, or I mean, well, not on, but when I have it high or low. I think you should have it high because it makes all the sounds like better. And then the 3D headphones, it's also very good because it can like, you can hear like everybody, like precisely, and it's like really nice. You have to like stereo speakers or headset for it. So yeah. Visual sound effects. Everyone has this on now. It's like the best setting right now because when you have it on, you can like see somebody healing and all that stuff, and it's easier to track people during a fight, especially for people like bad ears. This is a good setting, or for death. And moving on to the voice chat settings. Um, it's like, how do you say it? I use open mic, so everybody can just hear me if I talk into my mic and all that stuff. So yeah. Moving on to my binds. For my movement, I use WASD. That's what I've been used to. So that's what I use. For my jump, I use like spacebar, and then for my sprint, it's caps lock. I know Booga had it on caps lock once, but I found it to be really nice. But he has it on a mouse button now. So yeah. My auto run is on left alt, and my crouch is on left control. So yeah. Moving on to here. When I want to reload, it's like R, and then my use is F, and then my scroll wheel is mouse wheel down. Mostly people have mouse wheel down on their reset thing, but I use it up, not down. For my harvesting tool, my slots is kind of weird, but my harvesting tool is not harvesting tool. My pickaxe is Q, and my first slot is like X, Tab, Z, V, 4. This doesn't really matter. It's just like what you're comfortable with. This is what I'm comfortable with because most of the things I use is with my my ring finger, my thumb, and that's pretty much it. Those are the ones that I usually use, and my index finger with the last slot. Then with my building binds, my mouse button, what is it? 5-2, the one on top basically. It's my wall, and my floor is C. My stair is mouse button 4 or 2, or I mean 1, right? And my roof is L shift. These are the most optimal building binds in the game. They're so good because you have full control over your movement, and it's like it's so good. I swear. When you have your pinky rested on top of the L shift, and you're just able to do everything. Like, it's really nice. Piece control is very nice on that. Just building on it in general just feels so normal, and all that stuff. My trap is on T. Rotate building is on R, and yeah. Moving on to my edit bind, it's E, and my scroll wheel for my reset, it's scroll wheel up. You can use up or down. It doesn't really matter. Just depends on what you're comfortable with. So yeah. Moving on to communication. My place marker and all that stuff is like 5 or something. My push to talk is middle mouse button, and my emote's B. So, I hear my controller said I don't use controller like I said before, and these don't really matter. So that's gonna probably be it for this video. I'm gonna be posting another montage soon. I have some nice clips going in from me improving, so I'm gonna put a really nice song in it too, and I'm probably gonna post it like this week. If not this week, then maybe next week. If you did enjoy this video, you're feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and comment anything about the video. Really, if you have any questions about my settings, or if I should be using add-on release on or off, just anything really, just put it in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.